Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm going to do your December the 14th spiritual principle a day in a meditation. Hope you're doing well this morning. Shout out to TWL. Congratulations, lady, on your 8 years clean. Okay, let's get into the meditation. It is entitled, hopefully you can see that, it's entitled Imperfection, Humanity, and Humility. Beyond our addiction, we are human beings, members of society who have gifts and flaws like everyone else. And that's coming from our Living Clean, Chapter 5, Friendship. We are recovering addicts with the disease of addiction. That is not news. We have past, do we ever? The present, especially when we can be in it, and futures, hopefully. We have attractions, virtues, and abilities, and yet we have limitations, vices, and liabilities. We do good in the world, sometimes a lot of it. We also make mistakes, sometimes horrendous ones. We have been shaped by our cultures, societies, and environments. We have religious beliefs or non-religious ones. We have relationships, jobs, interests, causes, ailments. We have multiples of any and all of these. None of these elements completely define us. Instead, they make us human. As addicts, we tend to focus more on what's going wrong with us than what's right. But we are no more flawed than other people, even non-addicts. We are not pathological, nor are we deserving of stigma because of our addiction. Being an addict is only one aspect of our humanity. Through working the 12 steps, we learn that the story of our drug use isn't as important as the one we create in our recovery. We have the opportunity to identify our gifts as well as our flaws. And we come to understand that our flaws do not negate those gifts. This concept is the core of humility. Some of us really grapple with perfectionism as one of our character defects. But we are all imperfect because we are human. Recovery won't make us perfect because perfection doesn't exist. It can, however, help us humbly embrace our humanity. Today, I will honestly assess where I fall short and accept that I'm imperfect, like everybody else. My aim is to lead with my assets, with humility. What a beautiful meditation. That meditation really touches my heart. I like that it feeds off of the Just for Today, same date meditation. I really do. And I believe that that's important for us to understand that we're human. There isn't this place that we reach, a perfection. It's impossible to be perfect people because that goes against the whole ideal of being human. Non-religiously speaking, what we have to work with is what we have to work with right now. And if we're always attaining towards perfection, we're always then setting ourselves up with unrealistic expectations, not just for ourselves, but for others. So let's be mindful of that today, as far as the spiritual principle of being human and being humble and being imperfect. Because when you have character defect or perfectionism, then it's hard to accept your flaws. And it's also hard to accept the flaws of other people. However, I will say we tend to want to hold other people to the line more than we do ourselves. But the reason why we think it's okay is because we do expect more from ourselves. We do expect perfectionism. So if I can be perfect, why can't you? If I can attain to it, why can't you? Well, the reason is because as a part of being human, we're not able to reach perfection. You might have moments where you get a 10, right? They might throw the cards up for you here and there because you did the flip right, right? A 10 here and a 10 there. There will be moments when you hit the mark. But you best believe there will also be moments when you get a 7.5 or you don't even score at all. Nothing but air, no score, period. And then what do you do? How do you respond? Is it the end of the world for you? Do you become emotionally dirty when you are not perfect and you fail to reach perfectionism? Do your emotions become dirtied? Do you somehow become downcast because you didn't reach the mark? That's a danger zone. That is a dangerous place to be because that means at any given point in time in the day, that mood that you're in, that emotional downcast mood, that dirty emotion that you have, that stinking thinking might be the next thing right before you picking up the drug. And when you do that, all bets are off. You have to reclean your mind and reclean your body and re-detox. And yeah, it's been done. Some people have been able to do it successfully several times. But here's my hope that if you are listening to this podcast today, that you will allow the God of your own understanding through your 6th and 7th step to remove that character defect of perfectionism from you. Because it can be the very thing that is doing push-ups behind the scenes that you're not expecting because you're just saying, oh, I have high standards. Okay, you have high standards, and so do most people. But your response when those standards aren't met are very common to people who have the disease of addiction. And the majority of us can relate to using behind failing ourselves and others. So why bother with it? Ask God of your own understanding to remove it. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. I hope that you have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to. One last shout out to TWL. Congratulations, lady, on your 8 years clean. Have a beautiful day, guys. Talk to you soon.